Angelina does not see Charles Smith again for 3 days. The absence is deliberate. It gives her time to notice how waiting sharpens memory, how restraint lingers even when its source withdraws. On the fourth morning, a message appears on her phone from a number she doesn't recognize. No greeting, just a name, Isabel Turner, and beneath it, a single line: "You should stop now." They meet in a quiet cafe far from the city center. Isabel arrives early, choosing a table with her back to the wall. She wears a beige coat, buttoned too tightly, hands wrapped around a cup she doesn't drink from. Isabel looks older than Angelina remembers. Not by years, by tension. Her posture is rigid, as if stillness has become a habit learned too late. "You're seeing him," Isabel says without preamble. Her voice is calm, practiced. "Or you're about to." She doesn't ask which. Angelina doesn't deny it. "You know him," she replies. It's not a question either. Isabel nods once. "I thought I did." She looks down at her hands. "I learned the rules. I just didn't respect them." Angelina leans back slightly, maintaining space. "Which rule did you break?" Isabel exhales slowly. "I asked him to stay," she says. "Not near, not present. Stay." The word carries weight, regret etched into its edges. "What happened?" Angelina asks. "He left," Isabel answers immediately. "But not before I crossed the line." Her gaze lifts. "I didn't touch him. That wasn't the rule I broke." Angelina's attention sharpens. "Then what?" "I stopped choosing," Isabel says. "I waited for him to decide." Her mouth tightens. That's when it ended. The cafe hums softly around them. Cups clink. Someone laughs at another table. The ordinary world continues, indifferent. "He doesn't punish," Isabel adds. "He withdraws." A pause, and you collapse around the absence. Angelina absorbs this in silence. "You're warning me." "Yes," Isabel says, "because it doesn't feel like danger while it's happening." She meets Angelina's eyes. It feels like clarity. Angelina considers her carefully. "And you survived." Isabel's smile is thin. "Barely. I had to relearn how to want things without permission." The weight of that settles between them. Angelina does not promise anything. She does not ask for more details. They sit in silence for a moment longer than is comfortable. Angelina Vale notices how Isabel Turner measures the room. Doors, windows, distance between tables, as if escape routes have become instinct. "There were others," Isabel says finally. "Not everyone learned to stop." She traces the rim of her cup without looking at it. Some people mistook restraint for a challenge. Angelina's fingers still on the table. "What happened to them?" Isabel hesitates. "They didn't disappear," she says. "That's the worst part. They kept living, just misaligned." She searches for the word, like their sense of proximity never reset. Angelina imagines instantly, standing too close without knowing why, waiting for permission that never comes. The thought settles uncomfortably in her chest. "One woman," Isabel continues, "started rearranging her entire life around absence. Jobs, relationships, even rooms." Her voice lowers. She couldn't sit unless the chair across from her stayed empty. Angelina's breath tightens. She recognizes the habit. The warning sharpens. "She thought she was choosing," Isabel says, "but she'd stopped checking whether she still had a choice." Angelina leans back slightly. "Did he come back?" "No," Isabel answers. "He never does once the rules are broken." She meets Angelina's gaze. "That's what people misunderstand. The danger isn't him staying. It's him leaving at the wrong moment." The cafe's warmth feels thinner now. Sound fades at the edges. Angelina becomes acutely aware of how carefully she is sitting, how controlled her posture has become. "Was there anyone worse?" Angelina asks quietly. Isabel nods once. "A man," she says. "He tried to force an ending, not physically." Her jaw tightens. Emotionally, he demanded resolution. "And?" "He unraveled," Isabel says simply. "Without resistance, there was nothing left to anchor him." A pause. Restraint isn't denial, it's structure. Angelina absorbs that. Structure. Rules as architecture, not punishment. "You're still talking about him like he's careful," Angelina says. Isabel's expression hardens. Careful doesn't mean kind. She exhales. It means precise. He never takes more than someone offers, but he never gives it back either. The implication settles heavily. Angelina feels the edges of her own offering, how subtly it has expanded over days. "So why warn me?" Angelina asks. "Why not let me learn the way you did?" Isabel studies her for a long moment. "Because you're different," she says finally. "You're asking the questions before crossing the line." Angelina doesn't feel comforted by that. That didn't save you. No, Isabel agrees. But it might save you from believing the rules don't apply just because you understand them. They sit with that truth between them. A bus passes, headlights sweeping briefly across the cafe windows. Angelina stands first. The movement feels deliberate, grounded. Thank you, she says. She means it. Isabel nods. If he asks you to choose, she says quietly, remember this. Choosing him is easy. Choosing yourself is harder. Angelina pauses, hand on the back of her chair. Did you ever choose yourself? Isabel's smile is sad but steady. Eventually. A beat. That's why I can warn you now. They part without embracing. No touch. Just shared distance. Respected. As Angelina steps back into the street, she understands the cost clearly at last. The rules don't fail people. People fail themselves by forgetting they can stop.